So airfoil fundamentals on your Kamado smoker are controlled by an intake and an outtake. On the bottom you have your intake, which allows you to control how much air comes in, and up the top you have your outtake. So you draw air in, that fills your charcoal, and it comes out the top. By manipulating those dampers, you can control how hot your fire or how cool your fire will be.
Now when it comes to vent settings, these can definitely vary. Every Kamado is a little bit different and you'll be using different charcoal, lighting it in different spots and getting different heat outputs. But as a rough guide, if you're going low and slow, aiming for around 120 to 150 degrees, you want to start closing your vents once the Kamado hits around 90 to 100 degrees on the way up. From there, set both your top and bottom vents to roughly 1 finger width or about 1 centimeter, and it should stabilise somewhere in that range. Then use your top vent for your final adjustments. If you're targeting that mid-range, say 175 to 225, open both vents to about 2 fingers and adjust from there once it settles. For higher heat, around 250 to 300 degrees, you're looking at around 3 fingers on both vents, and anything above that, you want them fully open. Just remember, Kamados hold heat extremely well, so any adjustments take time, especially if you overshoot and need to bring it back down. So be patient with it, grab another beer, it's a skill you'll develop, and the best part is the food just keeps getting better.
Temperature control wise, so we just made a comment that of course when we lift the lid, the temperature will generally swing and drop and of course stabilise again. Why does that happen?
That's correct. So as you open it up, a bunch of fresh, cool air comes in and will reduce that temperature. Because you have a ceramic smoker in this case, that ceramic retains a lot of that heat and means it bounces back in your temperature quite quickly. However, bear in mind, if you leave the lid open for too long, you do incorporate a lot of additional oxygen to that charcoal source, and that may cause your heat to spike up massively. So try not to leave that lid open for too long when you're having a look. Quick peek and put the lid back down. So one tip to test the draw on your smoker, so when it comes to that air intake and outtake, if you have any concerns, you can grab a lighter and bring that flame close to that intake. If the lighter flame is being drawn into your smoker, then it gives you an idea of draw. If the flame is coming back outwards or completely upright, then it means there's insufficient draw. What you can do is open up that bottom vent a little bit more to make sure you are drawing that hot air in. If there is sufficient draw, then it will completely whip out that flame.